Now, more than ever, teams must come together and work together to solve big challenges, and Trello is here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and fun. With Trello, you can work with your team wherever you are, whether it's at home or in an office. Keep your workflow going from wherever you are with Trello. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying productive? At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, has been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. Trello keeps everyone on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com.
Scarpins Avenue.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-hosts Arn and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits the funny hits, we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population Cho. Margaret Cho.
Margaret Cho.
Hi, Margaret.
Hi.
It is so good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Just pure joy whenever we see you.
So I think we met you at like Caroline's in New York in like late 90s.
Yeah.
Probably
I think
98. We opened for you.
Yes, that's true. It was you guys, and then sometimes it was Jim Gaffigan, too.
Yeah.
Crazy town.
Austin Gaffigan opening for you. So fun.
But you were so good to us from the get-go.
Oh, we had a good time.
Yes,
Great
and then
time.
Largo out here, the old Largo, and we've just been a fan of yours forever.
Oh.
And we're so glad to have you on here because we believe the world's getting dumber. I don't know how you feel about that or if you...
It's true.
Or dumb's getting louder?
Or dumb is, it's the, I guess it's the new thing to be dumb.
Right. You were like, that's it.
It's never been more okay.
Right.
To be uninformed.
It's a good way to put it. It's the
and
new thing.
opinionated.
Yeah. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So-
dumb shouldn't be the thing. And it is the thing. So we have to take back the smart, right?
Right. I think
It's like
so.
taking
So
back
we're,
the night.
we're fighting back with comedy, and our dumb boots on the ground find amazing stories for us to break down.
These are the stories
Okay.
that get passed around.
They get sent to Dan. We've never heard them. Margaret's never heard them,
No.
but Dan's only kind of heard them.
Yeah.
A little
so
bit.
let's jump into
Let's
one right
do it.
away.
All right.
Skim.
Skim.
Ready? Here's the
Yes.
headline. First, I should say it's sent in by Kim Gaston at Kim underscore Anne, ANNE underscore 42. Thanks, Kim.
I can't underscore enough how much
How
I
much
appreciate
her
it.
name is
that
underscore.
you sent that in.
I love this headline. Ready? Shirtless woman arrested after hitting bus, then flipping stolen postal truck and going on foot chase in Northeast Portland.
Portland,
Hits a
Oregon.
bus, flips a postal truck, yes, and then goes on a foot race.
And this is all shirtless.
Yeah, that's good.
I kind of
at some
She
point,
either has really small breasts or she's just like not caring.
or
is it-
just a lot of endurance.
If it's a guy, there's something inside of me that's saying like, what man did this to like, or what? Not even man. Okay, could be a
What
relationship.
bad relationship made you do
forced
this?
her to do this?
But is it like a punching of the bus? Or, I mean, how did she hit the bus?
So
get into
there
it.
are one or two ways. So but let's posit it before it even happens
Go
because I
ahead.
like guessing before we know
What
the
happened
details.
before?
She hit it
So-
with a car, I
So
think.
she's either she drove a postal truck into a bus
Then
and then it
flipped it?
flipped it. And then she ran away. Or she's like got
Screw you,
superhuman
bus.
superhuman strength. She punched a bus, walked
Yes.
over to a postal truck, flipped it, took
Oh,
off,
you're saying
ripped her
she
shirt
did
off
it.
Hulk style, and then just
Oh.
ran out of it.
Yeah. And
She-
then why shirtless and not topless? Usually women are topless.
Right.
Maybe
Men
the
or
dudes
dudes
are
are shirtless.
Maybe
Dudes
she-
are shirtless, yeah.
Maybe because she still had a bra on.
Topless
That's
is
all
like,
she was missing.
Yeah, but topless is more like there's a seduction
Right.
to it.
Right.
Shirtless means like you lost your shirt.
Yeah, they don't call them like shirtless dancers.
That would be great.
Yeah, a ton of shirtless. Although the Thunder from Down Under, those
guys
are
seem shirtless.
Yeah,
They
it
are
would be great if
shirtless,
it like
yes.
topless dancers if it was like no shirts full bar. No shirts at all in here.
No shirts.
You know what would be great?
They go shirtless for the whole show.
If
Dan.
at a topless bar, everyone had to be topless.
Right.
So even if you're going to go in there, and you're going to sit and pay your money, you've also got to. And you're a guy who wants to like lurk. You got to take your shirt off too.
I think that's a good idea. I
That's
think
fair.
that's more equality.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
And topless bars should only serve tiny plates, right?
Yeah, those are tapas.
No. Those are
Tapas?
Tapas.
Tapas topless bar?
Shirtless.
Come on.
Here we go.
I apologize.
Portland, Oregon. KPTV is where we get this. A woman stole a postal truck, hit a bus, flipped the stolen vehicle, and ran away before she was arrested in Northeast Portland, according to police.
When was the last time you were in Portland?
Not that long ago, actually.
So
I was
good
there.
up there.
Oh, I
We'll
was
be there in June.
Do you guys go to Helium, right?
We go to Helium, although we're going to do our podcast
live.
live at the Baghdad Theater.
Oh, how great.
It's so great.
That's awesome.
That's a great theater.
That's great.
But there's a lot of casual stripping in Portland.
Oh,
There
right.
is,
Yeah.
but
and
also-
great restaurants in strip clubs in Portland.
Oh, yeah, that's true. There's a vegan topless restaurant.
Vegan topless.
Vegan topless. Well, it's a strip club, but it's vegan.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're a little
And a
strict
steak
on the
roast.
rules, and I heard that they put a stripper on administrative leave for having a yeast infection.
That
I
is
think
not-
that's
Oh.
going too far.
That's not
Why?
vegan.
Really? No, that's it's not.
That's
well,
not vegan.
yeast is alive.
Okay,
Yeast
yeast
is
is allowed.
It's more of a culture.
So
It
is
is a
this. So
culture.
is this
It's-
woman's
it's right.
infection. It was also alive.
It's alive. It's alive. But
yeah.
then, Portland is, well, I would say maybe Portland would be why the shirtless thing is mentioned, because Portland, I think you can be braless, topless as a woman, and
Sure.
it's legal.
Yes.
Right. You're
because
cool.
they don't they free the nipple, in other words.
Right.
They free
Yeah.
the
There's
nipple.
no-
There's no zoning going on.
There's no zoning.
Anti-nipple zone.
Right.
Even near schools. You can be-
Officers described the woman as a quote shirtless suspect. And they're like, and that's all we're saying.
By the way, if I'm ever just described as a shirtless suspect, people have not seen our body of work.
The investigation began at 12:15 p.m. Thursday on the 16,000 block of Southeast Adler Street.
Okay.
Police said a woman stole a U.S. Postal Service truck and hit a passenger bus near Northeast 162nd Avenue and Wasco Street.
So you're on the bus, and you're like, I can't believe
I
haven't-
already hate
I
that I'm
hate
on
that
the
I'm on
bus.
the bus.
Right.
What else
is
could it go
what
wrong?
is this postal truck doing right now?
Yeah.
And it is just coming.
She's
right
going
at us.
postal.
Coming, yes, that is seriously going
That's
postal.
the definition of
in
going
the
postal.
traditional sense of the word.
3 people reported sustaining minor injuries on the bus due to the collision.
In conclusion,
Yeah, in conclusion.
you're drawing your own conclusions, Dan.
Officers attempted to stop the stolen truck, but they said the woman was driving erratically and crashed near Northeast 155th Avenue, so that's 7 blocks, and Fremont Street. She then ran away and was not wearing a shirt, but had been wearing a blue jacket when this all started. So at some point,
She just wanted to be more aerodynamic.
wait, she
I
flipped
don't
it. She
know.
flipped the postal truck at 155th Avenue and lost her jacket.
She lost
or
her
shirt
jacket in the process.
I guess.
Maybe she got hot. There's a lot of activity happening.
she's
Maybe she
moving,
got hot.
She's trying to be light on her feet.
It sounds like CrossFit.
Yeah,
It
it does
does.
sound like
This
It's-
high interval
is.
training.
First,
You're
you
gonna
got to
start
flip
over
that
here.
truck over
Yeah.
there. Then you
Yeah.
got to go over there.
First, you got to get real angry about things you can't control and your own mistakes that you won't admit to.
Then you got to steal people's mail.
Then you got to question why she left you, and you take
You're
it
gonna
out
do
on
the
that
bus
tire
hit.
over there.
After you do the bus hit, you're going to go over. You got about 7 blocks, and then you're going to flip this.
Look,
Look,
this
Jake
could be describing the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
like you're literally talking about what could be on
Wait, you-
ESPN.
and the
too.
person's like, wait, you want me to do all this? Hey, I don't make it up. Jake in the main office makes up what we have to do every day.
Look at the big board and see where you fit.
Have you ever done CrossFit?
I have. I hurt my knees really bad.
Ooh.
But it was I didn't warm up correctly. Then I went at it too hard.
You came straight from a bar.
I did.
You were drinking, and
I
you're
was
like, "Can I
drinking.
try this?"
Have
It
any
was
of you
not
ever tried to
good.
work out slightly intoxicated?
It's so bad.
I've never done it, but I think about it every time I drink. I'm like, oh, I could go to the gym.
Go to the
Like,
gym
I get
right
back
now.
to the hotel on
Go
the
right
road.
now,
I'm
yeah.
like, I could
Let
get
me
quick
turn this
cardio
into a
in.
productive
Yeah.
night. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
cannot.
I'm just in jeans on a treadmill like a stepdad.
And just do some cardio.
Chasing these kids, they don't even mind.
No respect.
That's what's on the screen. Like when you know the new ones where they have the screen for you to look at, like you can run along a beach. They're like stepdad course. It's just you trying to keep
a
up
bunch
with
of kids at a Walmart.
Yeah.
You're like, no, don't go over there. We gotta check out. You got him. You got him.
The woman identified as Monique Cortez Munoz was taken into custody after the foot chase lasted how many blocks?
First of all, do we know that this is not actually the comedian Monique?
She'd be crushing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
I doubt
Okay.
it.
I don't think so.
How many blocks
Hope
do
not.
you guys think after stealing the truck, hitting a bus, flipping the postal truck, getting out without a shirt, and then running from cops and foot, how many blocks do you think she got?
I would say 4.
4 blocks.
I'm gonna say like 14.
14 from Jason
Yeah,
Sklar.
she's booking.
I think she
doesn't
ran
have a
about
shirt, Dan.
8 blocks.
8 blocks from Randy Sklar.
8 blocks just free balling it.
Play along, townies, because Monique Cortez Munoz was taken into custody after a foot chase lasted 12 blocks.
Wow.
Wow.
That is a
I was
long
close.
foot run
That
from
is
the
a long-
cops.
that's a
After
long-
all that, you think
yeah.
your adrenaline would have already dumped out on you.
No,
She's
no,
still going.
She's still going.
Monique is
Am I the only one of us that's surprised that she had shoes on?
Do we
That
even
feels-
know this?
I
She
I don't
does?
know if she did.
Right.
I don't know. That's not the
She takes them off. I'm a barefoot runner. If we're going to do this,
Yeah.
we're doing it right.
Or she might have the Vibram, like the ones that go in the toes,
Yes.
like
You mean
CrossFitters.
skeletos? Those always creep me out. We saw a guy at the airport wearing skeletos with a suit.
Oh, that's awful.
Like, what business?
Why?
Decide who you want to be.
Like, what business
Who
meeting are
are
you
you?
going to?
Right.
Supplements? Supplements?
Are you going to a business meeting at a climbing gym? What is happening right
There
now?
were no reports of injuries to any officers or the suspect. Guys, think about this. She hit a bus,
Flipped a truck.
then ran
Yeah.
12 blocks, and she's a superhero.
Does she work
Yeah.
for the post office?
She should. We get there.
How does she get this? Maybe she took the postal shirt off because she didn't want to be identified as a worker.
But she was taken to the hospital due to her drug-induced behavior. After
yes.
being released from the hospital, Cortez Munoz was booked into the how do you say this? Multnomah.
Multnomah fault.
Yeah,
Multnomah.
no.
By the way,
Detention
if
center.
you told me that you had Cortez Munoz disease, that's like where your toes like don't touch or something. like I would believe that. Like,
Suffering from
Yeah, that
severe
seems-
cortisone.
yeah,
Yeah.
the bottoms of my feet are really bad. I have Cortez Munoz, so I got to get like
Or
extra
that
arches.
it's like a never-ending callus. Do you ever see those things?
Yeah,
I watch
yes.
the videos where there's so much callus that they just keep shaving the
Oh,
bottom
I
of their
can't.
feet.
I can't. Do you
That's-
watch like pimple popping videos?
Yeah,
too?
yeah. She's a friend of mine, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that Dr. Pimple
Yeah,
Popper?
Sam,
I can't.
she's
I've never
great.
watched
Dr.
a
Pimple
frame of
Popper's
that.
your friend?
Yeah, she
That's
came
amazing.
over. Actually, I wasn't home though.
She came to your house.
She came
and
to
you
my
went home?
house. I wasn't home. She was doing something.
She broke in.
No,
Just
she
kidding.
was doing something with somebody else. But yeah, she's like
She
good.
popped the door
she
open.
left a bunch of food in my refrigerator.
That's
She's
very nice.
She's a good friend.
That's really
That's
She's a real friend, yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
What kind of food did she leave?
Thai food.
Nice.
Get out of here.
She made like a chicken curry and then left it.
Come
It's like when we
on.
had Sarah
I love
Silverman
her.
on. She made us eat all that food afterwards. Remember?
Yeah, she's like, "Do you guys want to eat?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then she started taking out all this awesome
Baba ganoush,
stuff.
all this stuff.
Oh.
Wait. So, does she ever get sick of popping pimples?
No,
Your
she
friend?
loves it. She's
loves-
obsessed
I
with
can't
it.
watch any of those videos.
So
I'm,
it
not,
is-
I'm not against anyone else and whatever their enjoyment is, as long as they
It's-
don't.
So, okay,
push
so
it
we
onto
know
me.
who she is.
I
So
love
part
it.
of it is that she is helping people pop pimples. So that's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Lansing, right?
No,
Well,
no.
and a lot of
Lansing.
lipomas, which have the big fat buildups, like the big, like fist size.
Wait. So
Dan is
my
having a
wife
hard time.
Loves
That's gross.
popping pimples on, like, if there ever is one on my
But
son.
is she?
loves it.
Does
so
she
much.
like the
People love it.
beginning, middle, and end of it?
She loves it all.
So
love
she
the
loves
release.
that
She
aspect.
loves it all, and also like the smell
No.
and how much like water comes out, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's like in a bag.
Yeah.
And she
It's
keeps
usually
the
in a bag, which doesn't
We're
keep
gonna
the
go-
bag,
we're gonna-
but it's
and-
like the cells form around it to
Yes.
make a
You
kind
want
of
to
like
scrapbook it.
yeah. But she loves it. I don't like the dry ones. That I like it when it's wet, but when
Yeah,
it's
you
dry,
wanna-
it really is awful.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, we're going to take a break. Margaret Cho's with us. It's Dumb People Town. I'm so happy she's
We're going
here.
to tell you about touring and stuff, then ways to see her, and we'll recap her classic appearance on Law & Order.
right after this. Stay with us.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying connected and productive? And then there's your newest coworker, the cat. Well, your friends at Trello have been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Trello keeps everyone organized and on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Teams of all shapes and sizes at companies like Google, Fender, Costco, and likely your favorite neighborhood coffee shop all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com. It's a trying time that challenges all of our basic assumptions. However, one thing that brings us all together is our common humanity. Now, more than ever, teams must come together and work together to solve big challenges. And Trello is here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format. Plus, tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Teams of all shapes and sizes in companies like Google, Fender, and even Costco all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. With Trello, you can work with your team wherever you are, whether it's at home or in an office. No matter what device you're using, computer, tablet, or phone, Trello syncs across all of them, so you can stay up to date on all the things your team cares about. Keep your workflow going from wherever you are with Trello. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. You know that when is this coming out, guys? What do we say? The 19th?
The 19th. Now, you just were on Law & Order, and if people, maybe they can find it on NBC.com.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm sure they can.
I'm sure they can.
You can talk about it.
It's so good.
Let's hear about your experience.
I had
on
a good
Law &
time. I was a sex trafficker.
Come on. Yeah,
Who was a real person. She was based on this real snake. It's called Snakehead, where she brings over Chinese people on a like a storage tanker.
Yeah.
You know, and then they give her a bunch of money, and then they're indebted to her for years and years, and so she makes them work in like sex work and all different stuff.
So you were the bad person that they were looking for. You were
Yes.
not the red herring. Someone else was the red herring, and then they found you.
I was the red herring because I actually uncovered a deeper. Sort of a worse person than me.
Oh,
there was actually a worse person.
So that was like us.
That was like you guys.
Were you based off the Trump associate lady?
No, but similar.
Yeah.
Similar to that. So
And
we're
there
like a
was-
Mar-a-Lago people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there was an episode of The Wire where like all those girls died.
Oh,
on
yeah,
the great
tank.
Yeah.
Is that also what
It's
just
very
happened
real.
in? Was it Ireland?
Yeah, it happened
Yes.
in
39
Ireland.
people?
Yeah, from Vietnam and China, from
Crazy.
the Fujian province. It's horrible.
Crazy.
Because there's no oxygen. It's
'Cause-
not meant for people to travel.
No, it's a
in.
And a lot of
storage
times what they do
tanker.
is they'll like take their passports
Yeah.
and then you have to work to get it
yeah.
back.
It's an indentured servitude.
Exactly.
It is slavery for however many years because it's impossible to pay it off. It's terrible.
Well, that's what we learned when we were up in San Francisco. That's what we learned about the term getting shanghaied.
Mm-hmm.
That term was like they would take sea workers,
Yeah.
and
Tell them to go meet at this place.
meet at a bar. They'd slip them a Mickey,
Right.
lead them through a trap door. They'd fall through the bottom of the door. There'd be broken glass everywhere. They'd take their shoes and like people couldn't leave because
Yeah.
there's broken glass everywhere. And they're like, you will now work for us for the next 7 years straight.
You've been Shanghai.
That's
And
been
that's why it doesn't.
When anybody today says that,
I went to Starbucks and I asked for a half cap. They give me a full cap. Those guys Shanghaied me over there. You're
really?
like,
Have you seen your family in the last 7
did they
years?
throw you on broken glass?
You weren't Shanghai, okay? You had an indentured
really,
Come
really.
on, let's go.
Yeah.
And people can see you're doing live shows. If you
Yes.
haven't seen her live, she's fantastic.
One of our favorites.
Where can people see
We
you?
have a good time.
Yeah, what's coming
I am going to be on, I'm going to New Jersey and to Connecticut.
Yes.
And I'm doing a lot of dates next year. So every place, every Levity Live,
Nice.
every improv, everyone.
So you can go to margaretcho.com,
yeah, and see
find
it
out
all.
when she's coming close to you, and just go support. It's
Yes.
great live comedy.
I love it.
And you have, you go out and it's all Margaret Cho loving fans.
It's great.
Right?
It's so fun.
It's a different.
I have a good time. Yeah. I'm excited about it.
Right. So, but are there moments and nights, I'm just wondering, just because you've been doing it for so long and at such a great level the whole time, that Do you ever have to go out into a show in a room and be like, I got to win these people over?
Oh, yeah, totally.
You do.
I did a show one time in Umeå, Sweden, which is really, really, really far north, where you can hear the sky. You know, the northern lights, that kind of like aurora borealis stuff. And the audience just sat there and they didn't laugh at all for an hour and a half.
Jesus.
And then at the end of the show, they all stood up and they sang a Swedish song, and then they gave me a knife made out of wood.
That's wonderful.
Is this a punishment?
No. They really enjoyed it.
Here, sit on this, funny lady.
You were in the first act of Midsummer.
Oh
It was
my
very
God.
Midsummer.
And then you had to go watch The Wall for
Yes.
like 15 years. You were
They
the night
really
watch.
enjoyed it, but
my
they didn't laugh, but they
You're
were,
like, this
they
is a
sang.
comedy
They appreciated it.
They had a good time. Also, it was my birthday too.
No.
Oh,
It was so
God.
Come
crazy.
That
so,
is
yeah,
crazy.
I do a lot of the really weird places. I did a weird show this weekend, which was in a bank in San Francisco, across the street from a sex club.
What?
Phenomenal.
And then I was like having such a terrible time with the audience. I was like, please, could we just all go to the sex
club
club?
right
across
now.
the street.
Let's just go.
Let's hop on a swing and release everything.
Let's just do it. And
It's a show.
Who
in a
wants to pop?
nobody had a good time.
God
Come
damn
on.
that. Well, go see Margaret Cho live. Go see Dan Van Kirk live wherever he's at. I know you got dates in the new year because you're off your Together tour.
And I'm just going to say this. We're doing our show live at Largo on the 2nd with Weird Al Yankovic.
Couple weeks.
And
We've tried to get you on that show, but you were not around. On the live Largo one, we'll do
I
that.
would
But
love to
now
do
that we have
that.
you here,
I know. This
so-
is good.
We'll do Tyler, Weird Al.
And then Dave Longstreth from Dirty Projectors. That's on December
December
2nd. And then we are starting to do this show, this Dumb People
Yeah, you
Town,
guys have asked us, so we're giving it to you.
live in theaters. In March, we're going to do a 3-city tour. We're doing Milwaukee, St. Louis, and Minneapolis.
Yep.
And then in June, we are doing Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver. Big theaters for us, big theaters, 500 to 1,000 seats somewhere or something like that. It's a big ask. So if you're in those areas, we want you there. If you're a Dumb People Town townie, we want you
guys are
filling the
coming out.
rooms. Yeah, you guys will come out. They're going to be really special shows. We cannot wait.
Should we jump into
Let's jump
another?
into our second
Ready?
story. Yeah.
Here we go. Just need to tell my computer, as I do every day, to remind me tomorrow. It's my computer. Is you guys' computer? Your Mac's always telling you, like, do you want to update right now? I'm like, remind me tomorrow.
remind me later.
Try it later.
Yeah, try it
How
later.
about tonight when I'm not on you?
Kamloops RCMP.
It's like my wife with sex. How about tonight when I'm not on you?
We're in British Columbia, guys.
Try it later.
CBC.ca.
You're not plugged in.
Kamloops. That's how I want to say it. RCMP's Crime Reduction Unit. Wouldn't that be all cops?
Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
I know.
Okay.
Arrested 8 people over 4 days for stealing bikes they had put out as bait to catch thieves. It's a little cop fishing. They just put out a bike and then they wait to see who comes to try and take it, and then they arrest that person. However, there was one arrest that stood out to them in particular.
Okay.
A groom was allegedly caught stealing a bike while on his way to his wedding reception.
This is the pedal away groom.
Yeah. Great movie.
The Runaway Bride.
Eric Roberts
What
stars
is
as
going
the
on that
pedal
you are
away groom.
between the ceremony
Please
and
tell me you've
reception?
done a movie with Julia Roberts.
Oh no!
Have you ever worked with her?
I have worked with her.
Of course
I
you have.
did.
Of course you have.
A reading, which was really weird. They did a reading of The Women with it was Julia Roberts, Meg Ryan, Diane Keaton was there.
No way.
It was all of those actresses, and Dakota Fanning was a child, like a really little
Wow.
kid.
Yeah.
And then, but we all did this reading, and then I guess they made the movie without me, but I was there for the reading.
How was how was everything?
Where
the
was
reading
the
was
reading?
really tense.
Was
Where
it
was it?
tense?
It was somebody's house, like it was like a.
like a Malibu house.
It was
like
some huge
Of
Malibu
course,
house,
of
and I
course.
can't remember whose it was. It may have been like Nora or Delia Ephron when they were when Nora was alive. Was because Nora lived at the Dakota. I worked on a couple of Nora Ephron projects, but they never ever actually happened. I got paid for the fact that they never happened.
Got it.
It's always
So I get like $1.62 residuals every couple of years.
Perfect, son.
Perfect.
When that check, you're like, oh great, a check. And you're like, oh no,
geez.
it's $1.62. God damn it. Was J Rob? So it was a lot of it was tense.
Everybody was really tense, and nobody would use the bathroom. And I was like, "This is really tense."
Like, I'm going to take a shit in here just to
Just to-
loosen it up.
I did say that one time to Debbie Allen in Sandy Gallen's beach house, and like, because his toilet was like a magnificent view of the water on the
course it
beach.
was. Of course.
And I said, "That must be amazing to take a shit in here." And she just looked at me and then walked out and didn't talk to me again for like 2 years.
What a feeling.
Wonderful.
Seeing's believing.
Things
You
believe
knew where I was going with that.
So
But
anyway,
wasn't Debbie Allen Fame and not
Yep.
Flashdance?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh,
What
sorry.
are you doing?
Now I messed
know
up.
what you
Now
were
I mixed
trying.
metaphor.
She and I were right there with her.
Mixed
yeah, they went
metaphor.
together. It doesn't matter.
She knew what I was doing. I threw.
I was gonna say, I'm
look.
gonna
I put the bike
Fame,
out there, and
I'm
Margaret
gonna-
Cho stole it.
Yes.
I was
By
gonna
a
say,
groom.
Fame. I'm gonna shit forever.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm gonna learn
yes.
how to fly.
The groom was allegedly caught stealing the bike while on the way to his wedding reception. The idea that, to me, that's what I was saying, is that you're between your ceremony and your wedding reception, you're like,
steal
you know
a bike.
A little bit of me today.
I gotta get
Yeah.
there.
Borrowed.
I got to get there.
I'm something borrowed.
Well, maybe you're drunk and that you're
Yes.
like still hungover from the bachelor party that happened the day before, and then you're
maybe.
like, "Oh, I'll do this really now."
That's how they always used to be, right? Bachelor party was always the night before. Now it's
Yeah.
like 2 months earlier and a big destination.
Where is
Yeah.
David? Where is David? We need
Right.
pictures of
Right.
him right now.
He was
Where
wearing
did he
a
go?
suit, and they asked him.
I get there. I get there.
This is also you don't have
Grab
good.
this bike.
You don't have a good wedding party. That somebody let you like. You good to go to the reception by yourself? You don't want to be on the trolley? Nah. You guys have fun. I'm gonna drive myself
You
over.
don't need me.
I mean, we paid for all these goddamn past hors d'oeuvres, so I'm gonna hit him.
So he. How do we know he's not pedaling away from this?
He was wearing a suit,
Commitment.
and they asked him why he was dressed so nicely when he was stealing the bike. Said Corporal Jody Shelke with the RCMP. He had just left from his wedding and was on his way to his wedding reception when he saw the bike and decided to cut the cable and put it in the back of his pickup truck.
Oh, so he was not riding.
No. he was driving.
just
Jody
gonna-
Shelke. I'm imagining Jody Shelke, like when she puts on chapstick, she's like, "That's too much makeup." I cannot.
Right, no funny business.
What am I, a whore?
Or she puts him on with the lips pursed
Yes.
and closed.
She's mad when she does it.
I will put this on right now.
What is
Jody
going on though?
Shelke.
What is this grooms? How are they viewing life? That they are looking for bikes to steal while driving a truck. Like that's what they're on the lookout for,
This
even
guy's
on
like-
this day.
Even on this day, it's
even on
all-
your special day.
Yes.
Well, there is a feeling when it is your wedding that you're like, it's all about me today. So-
Or
It's
there
your
is a
day,
feeling
yeah.
like there is a tiny
Everybody's
feeling
at-
like, let me get out all of my
Wildness.
craziness before I
No,
settle down.
Marry
with-
somebody who
Yeah.
wants to get crazy with you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what you should
that's
do.
what you should do. Yeah,
But you're right. Some people are like, "Oh, we gotta lock it up." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Why are you marrying? Why are
Yeah.
you getting married?"
Don't
That's
get married.
sad.
Yeah, don't do it.
Uh,
Hear me,
Police said-
Tiger Woods?
Police said the groom was arrested while driving with a prohibited license. When he failed to show up for the reception, the bride called the groom. Imagine that call. Honey,
Everybody's here. What?
you aren't here.
Yeah, I know.
I was picking up a few things.
Okay, yeah, we have everything we need.
Are you sure?
No,
You're right. Actually, we need you.
I'm coming.
When?
I'll be there as soon as I get one or two more bikes.
Bites?
Bikes.
Okay. She did contact the groom through his cell phone inquiring where he was, and the
Yeah.
officers answered. That too.
That's a
That's
bad
bad.
Because
moment.
you know
That's
she's worried
bad.
he's dead. When the cop
Yeah.
answers, oh, he died.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My husband just died on the way.
Yeah.
So maybe now that sets it so bad that they're coming back to it.
That's not that
seeming
bad.
it.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's-
Alive.
I guess that's okay.
Yeah, you're
Thank God.
alive.
It's fine. Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't know if it's fine.
It's fine. That's fine.
Maybe.
All right, that's fine. Well, we're going to start without you.
No.
Just here doing the dance we learned for
care
the
if I-
last 6 weeks.
Care if I dance with your best friend Brett then? Because, you're not here.
Yeah.
Okay, she called. The cops answered
Brett's going to drive me home tonight if that's cool.
and advised her that he was in the jail cell and likely would not be making it to the reception. It's always that cop thing where they
Likely.
speak vaguely. I wouldn't say he's probably not going to make it.
If I were a betting man,
Right.
because they're all Canadians, remember?
Yeah.
Shelke does not know why the groom chose to steal the bike on his wedding day. I guess the compulsion is so strong for them to steal that even on something as important as their wedding day, you're assuming he thinks it's important.
Right. This is a Saturday for this guy.
He might have been looking for a way out.
That's what I'm saying.
But he's too stupid to realize you just had the ceremony. So
Right.
it's done. You were
Yeah.
just going to the party. It's not a whole deal.
Jeez.
They stopped to cut the cable and steal a bicycle. So I think it's just so much ingrained into their lifestyle and their habits that, that's what they consider doing on their wedding, Shelby said.
I love that they're saying
Shelton.
they. It's just her.
Well, they
It's
arrested
just
8 people.
Oh, 8 people, yeah.
But she's
They weren't all getting married though.
No, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
The bike bait operation undertook resulted in 8 arrests and 23 criminal charges. As part of the program, the RCMP placed locked up bikes in places they think criminals may see them and do surveillance on the bike. If they suspect someone is trying to steal one, they make an arrest.
Don't steal a bike.
Yeah, I'd like to get out there that it's very important that people who have bicycles, if they're leaving them somewhere, I've had 2 bikes stolen in the last 2 years.
Lock them up.
They were locked up. And it's not attended that it's not okay just to use a cable lock. So that's a little helpful tip. For
There you
everybody
go.
out
You
there.
learned something.
They can be clipped very easily. You need to keep it in your house, which is what I do now, or their garage and lock.
They used to
the
have a bike
doors.
lock that, it was like a Kickstarter for a bike lock
Yes.
that exploded.
Yes.
It was like a bomb inside.
Yeah, like the die packs in
In like a bank bag that
Yeah.
explodes.
yes.
I was so excited about that, but as I have a bike too, and I
Yeah.
was always scared it's going to get stolen. But they couldn't get it funded because it was just dangerous.
right
It is
to have an
dangerous.
explosive.
But
built into it.
wouldn't that be great?
The
Oh,
best.
wonderful.
Some guy just walking around, just
And
covered
so
in purple.
unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
All right, guys. That is
Look at that.
story number 2.
Don't get
We'll
married.
never, yeah.
Don't get
moral of
married.
that story is don't get
The
married.
pedal away,
Don't steal a bike.
No.
Don't get
Dave
Just
Dave
Anthony's
Anthony's-
old joke. God made Dave Anthony rest in peace. I mean, he's still alive.
He's not dead. We just want him to get a
We
good
just-
night's sleep.
also
He has a
good.
kid.
You know his whole joke about he was playing basketball.
Or someone was playing basketball.
Someone playing basketball, and they had to jump a fence to play in this pickup game. This guy was newly married, and as he was jumping over the fence, his wedding ring got caught on the fence, and it pulled his finger off.
Oh.
So he said the moral of the story is don't get married.
Okay, so
There you go, Dave. Go
listen to the dollop.
Enjoy that. All right, when we come back, you got give a little tease of what we got for segment 3.
A woman loses some memories.
Okay, woman lose some memories. Margaret Cho is with us. We are so happy. We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. Follow Dan on Instagram. Let's get you to 10,000.
Yeah, that'd be
right?
fun. Yeah.
Daniel Van
At
Kirk.
Daniel Van Kirk.
We are at Sklar Brothers, Margaret Cho,
At Margaret Cho.
at Margaret Cho on all the socials, and let's do it, Dan. Take
Here we
us
go.
on, buddy.
Ready?
Yep.
Sent in by Catherine Tuck at Catherine Lorna. She went 2 for 3. It's a good day at the ballpark.
Good day
Thanks for
for her.
sending both story number 2 and this one, story number 3, into us. It's pretty common to experience constipation, and it isn't pleasant
Just
when you
ask
feel
Debbie Allen.
when you feel
We know.
bloated and uncomfortable. That's not all, as you have to exert more force when you're trying to relieve your bowels, but do be careful, because a netizen, in Hong Kong shared how this mother lost memories after she had an excessive poop at home.
She shat so hard she forgot things.
I'm going to ask you guys, how many years of memories do you think this woman lost from having an excessive number 2?
Oh my God!
How
What do
many
you
years?
think?
1 year,
know.
2 years, 17? How many
I don't
years?
know.
She shit so hard she
That's,
lost.
I mean,
You
She
wanna
shit
go
so hard
last?
she lost
I'll
the
make them
night.
Yes,
guess.
okay.
She shit so hard she lost the 1980s.
Okay. Jason?
How long?
I'm going to say a
Margaret's gonna-
decade. A decade.
10 years?
What'd you
I
say?
would say 20 years.
20 years.
I think she lost 13 years. I
13
think it's
years.
a specific amount.
Okay. One of you is exactly right.
Oh, so now we get to
Okay,
play
now
the
we
game
get
of
to play
who
the
we
game
think
of
is
who we
right.
think is
Exactly
right.
Okay, Jason.
I think I'm right. I think it's a
10.
decade.
Okay.
I think I'm right.
Okay.
Good for
I
you.
think I'm
Stick
right.
to your
We're going to
guns.
all stick to our guns here.
Okay.
Yeah.
The woman dropped a deuce so hard
Jeez.
she lost, play along, townies, 10 years of memory.
Oh.
That's just a whole decade gone.
God.
Honey, what happened in there? Who are you?
Do I know you?
Was it the last 10 or like her first 10?
I think it was a
or-
lot. According to China Times, a man said that his mother had experienced constipation 2
Some
weeks
shit
ago.
to remember, some shit to forget.
Here's the thing. She now no longer can watch I Love the 90s.
Or she watched it and is like, whoa.
Yeah,
I didn't know
surprise,
this.
surprise.
What year is this?
Who are these Backstreet Boys you speak of?
She was constipated 2 weeks ago and she was feeling very uncomfortable. She had gone to the toilet to relieve herself and spent quite some time inside, but when she came out, she suddenly suffered from amnesia.
That is unbelievable.
Her family members discovered she had forgotten everything that happened over the past 10 years, and this lasted. How long do you guys think it lasted before her
Memories
memory was
came
back to
back.
normal?
Okay.
Yes.
1 week.
1 week.
A month.
A month from Jason.
6 months.
6 months. I wish that'd be more fun. It lasted 8 hours before she was back. But still, that 8 hours
That's still a lot.
is enough to scare the shit out of her.
Well,
Yeah.
I wish it would have
God.
scared the shit out of her
Well,
because
no.
she would have kept her memory.
Her worried family sent her to the hospital. Imagine those doctors being like, "What do you want us to do?
Yeah.
What can we do?
Give her a concussion? No, do not."
No. Give her some
They sent her to the
dates.
doctor thinking that there was something wrong with her brain, but when doctors checked on her, they found her brain to be functioning normally.
Don't
She
push
also-
that. Do not push that hard.
If
If
it's
it-
pushing
if
that
it-
hard,
if it's-
go
I
get
mean,
some
how
prunes.
hard is pushing? It's like,
That's hard.
do you know when it's really dry and sometimes do you ever want to dig a finger in and like pull it out?
That's what
Yes.
some people have said that they want to do. Howard Stern talks about that all the time.
You get a hook in, you pull it down.
No.
Pull
But
it down.
people, nope.
Sit
And then
up
it's like
straight.
like a series of stones.
Sit up straight, breathe, press on your lower abdomen.
It is
get
like-
some squatty potty.
Oh
It
yeah,
is
the squatty
like
potty's good. Yeah.
A groundhog. If it wants to come out, it will
come
That's
out.
right.
If
And
it
if it
does
doesn't
not
come
want
out,
to come,
6 more weeks of winter.
10 more years of memories.
If it doesn't want to come out, 10 more years of memories.
memories. Oh my God.
The
this
excessive force led to an increase in abdominal and intracerebral pressure, which caused a lack of oxygen to flow to her brain.
Yeah!
That's a
Jesus.
push, resulting in short-term memory loss. The doctor also said that people who are highly emotional or frequently carry heavy objects have a higher risk of suffering from temporary amnesia.
Oh my God.
He advises those who experience a similar situation to always go for a checkup. He added that these people are 30% more likely to experience a stroke compared to an average person, so it's
Okay.
important to ensure that they are healthy. And then they close it out with this. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables to keep your bowel movements regular. Peeps. And that's just that is like when a menu talks to you. You're gonna
Peeps.
love these chicken fingers. Like, stop talking to me, menu. Just tell me what you have.
Did it say peeps at the end of
I
it?
swear to God, eat lots of fruits and vegetables to keep your bowel movements regular.
The
Peeps! Exclamation point.
Who's
Yeah.
writing that?
10 years.
10 years
That's
of
like the
memory.
scene in
It's like in
Grosse
Grosse Point
Point Blank, where he's in
Piven
the
is-
car. 10 years,
man.
10 years. I dropped out of school.
my
I
God.
joined the army. I became a hitman, and then 10 years.
Years of memory.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Isn't that a fun little
Way to
story?
That's
go
a
out with
great-
That's a
bang.
good
I love
story.
it.
That was really
Yeah.
good.
All right, Margaret
Excellent.
Cho. You anytime you want to come by.
Open
come
invite.
on.
Thank you.
Oh, we'll
Invite-
do a live one with you for sure.
I'd love that.
We'll do that for sure.
That'd be great.
And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, calm her down. It's Dumb People Town.
Scarpins Avenue.
A podcast network.